welcome to this event Resume 101. Build your first resume with Copilot. I'm Jovi Kadwin and I'll be your host for today. We're super glad to have you all here. If you've ever wanted to make a resume that stands out, looks clean, and actually lives online, then you're in the right place. And here's the best part. You don't need any coding experience. Today, we're going to use GitHub.dev, GitHub Pages, and Copilot to make a live resume website. Yes, your own site up and running by the end of the session. So here's what is going to happen. So we'll go step by step through how to build your resume site. You'll get to customize it, make it yours, and publish it. All right, all right, starting from your browser. Okay. So you'll also learn tools like Copilot, using a few prompts to make your life easier, of course. And it is going to be overwhelming, but trust me, this session is going to be like a cake in a fly because it's time is going to fly really fast and you're not going to know it. And the duration of this meeting is 1.5 hours. So let's introduce our awesome speakers for today. First, we have Kalyan Sundram. He's a gold Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, a two-time Google Cloud Arcade facilitator, and soon joining HSBC as a FinOps intern. He's passionate about tech and loves helping students get started with tools like GitHub and Cloud. Joining him is Deepti Subramanyan. She is also a Gold Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador and as an AWS AI and ML scholar. She's currently interning at Honeywell and has led multiple workshops across the country. They are both here today to guide us. So if it is your first time using GitHub or building something online, you're in safe hands. All right, guys, let's dive in. First, make sure your GitHub account is open and you're logged in. Once this step is done, give me a thumbs up. Are you done, guys? Okay. Love the energy. Okay. So keep your browsers ready, get comfortable because we are going to build something real. Over to you, Kalyan and Deepti.
Thank you for the introduction, Joe. So, Kalyan, can you share the screen?
Yeah, I'm doing 1 minute.
So, firstly, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are really excited to host this session, which is really crucial as all of us at the end of our college are sitting for placements and looking for internship opportunities on campus and off campus. So, let us begin this session, which is Resume 101, your class to building a resume and portfolio that is ATS friendly and is noticeable by the recruiters. So in this session, we will be mastering the resume building skills and we'll be using Overleaf and other tools for that. And also we'll be starting with creating our own web presence. So if you don't have a portfolio before, we will be going back after this event with a completely developed portfolio customized to your profile and also deployed and made visible for your recruiters. Sounds good? Give me a thumbs up. I really want this session to be interactive. So you can use the Q&A or React. Yes. So that is great. Moving ahead. So I'm Deepti Balasubramanian. I am from the 21 BCE batch from VIT Chennai. I am presently interning as a software development intern at Honeywell, which is in Bangalore. And I'll be joining as a full-time software engineer 1 in a couple of weeks. So I am also an AWS AI and ML scholar and the co-founder of the Accessible AI Hub. So that is something we'll be showing in the next slide and how you can join to learn more about AI, ML, and also delve deep into the field. So with me, we have Kalyan for a quick introduction.
Hello guys, myself Kalyan. I'm a fifth year MTech integrated software engineering student from Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai. And I'm a Gold Ambassador, Gold Student Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador as well. And I'm going to be joining HSBC soon as a FinOps intern. So this is all about me so that I guess you all be more interested and about the session. We are going to have it in the meanwhile. Yeah.
Thanks for the intro, Kalyan. So both of us have been part of multiple firms, be it internships, being volunteering at a global scale. So I really hope the insights we have gathered over time will be helpful for you as you create your first resume and portfolio website today. So starting off with what Accessible AI Hub is that. This is a 2-week old community which is strong with about 300 members right now. What we do is that we bring together learners, builders, and anyone who wants to learn about AI and incorporate it into their day-to-day activities or their business or just doing a couple of homework assignments. Our mission is to break down AI into really super simple, practical, and you know every everything put together to a hands-on experience such that you'll not spend more time in things that are not necessary, but at the same time, even if you spend 5 times, you will get a lot of insights which are really going to be helpful in the future. So if you're interested, you can use the QR code to scan and follow us. We are also available on the Accessible AI Hub YouTube and Instagram. So our YouTube channel has the repository of all the previous events we have done. You can find the recordings there, and you can also look for our blog, which is the Accessible AI Hub again on dev.to, where we'll be posting summaries of all the events that we are doing, which is under 3 to 5 minutes. So I'm going to pause for a couple of seconds before we move to the next slide. Moving ahead.
Next slide.
Yes.
Okay.
So what we'll be learning in this session? What are the session objectives? Firstly, we'll be understanding what is the difference between a resume and a CV, which are the two terms we have come across like regularly when it comes to applying for jobs. Then we'll learn how to build a structured resume that is clean, ATS friendly, and really impactful and talks to the recruiter of who you are and what you want to do. So firstly, why do we need a resume? So imagine that you're going to apply for a job role and you're connecting with the recruiter, the HR in a meeting room. So imagine there are 100 applicants and the HR wants to interact with each of them to find what their technical skills are, what their soft skills are, and why do they want to recruit them. So imagine doing it for 100 people just to find 2 applicants. That is going to be really resource consuming and tedious, right? So the simple thing to do is that just imagine the recruiter is in front of you and you have 3 minutes to pitch about yourself. So just think, what are the things that you will do? You talk about yourself, where you're from, what you do, what you've studied. There comes the education, what your skills are, what are the projects that you've built, and why you think this job is the particular fit or good fit for the organization, and it can be mutually beneficial for both the parties. So whatever you're going to say to them in person is put in that resume. So just put whatever is relevant, and there is no page restriction, page limit as such. So we'll be seeing how to create an ATS friendly resume here. We will be providing guidance on using Overleaf to create a LaTeX based resume. And finally, we'll be hands on building a personal portfolio website that you can right away showcase online and just put your achievements out there. Sounds good? That's great. Let's move ahead. Now, first, let's begin by seeing what is a resume. We've been hearing about this term everywhere. Like, you have to keep a resume, you are applying for a job, you need a resume, you're applying for a project, you need a resume. So, what a resume is actually is that it is a concise document that basically carries the summary of your education, experience, and skills. There are two keywords here. First one is a summary. You don't have to write about everything that you have done. You For example, if you have mentioned your education as Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai, and a BTech or any other course that you're pursuing in a specific domain, you don't have to list out every subject that you have studied there, like computer networks, operating systems, system design, whatsoever. This is going to be a concise summary of whatever you have done, be it your projects and the impact that it has created. So unlike CV, which is usually describing all the things that you have done in a little much more detail, and a resume is a tailored marketing tool that is used to pitch yourself to a recruiter, and you have to make sure that you use all the keywords that can catch the attention of the recruiter within 5 to 6 seconds. And that is exactly what we are going to build in this session. So there are many types of resume. The first one is going to be chronological, which is listing all our work experience or education from the most recent to the oldest one. The second one is functional resume. This is something that is used mostly by people with considerable experience. What they'll do is that they will put their skills and qualifications at the top rather than mentioning the job history. Sorry, this is used by freshers, but what we'll be seeing together in this session is that a mixture of both. So we'll be listing our experience, our education chronologically, and also ensuring our skills are highlighted. So for this, we'll be using LaTeX format, about which we'll be seeing soon in the session. The first one is a header. So at the top of the resume, you can assume it as an A4 sheet. You have to put your name in bold, your phone number, your contact addresses, so that a recruiter can reach out to you if they find you're a good fit for the role that they are looking at. The next one can be an optional summary or an objective statement, but I strongly recommend that you go with this, because this 2 to 3 lines will be useful in captivating the attention of the readers, telling about what you are, what you know, and what you want to do. These things. So I'm repeating the 3 things now: what you are, what you know, and what you want to do. That means your long term career goal. We'll be seeing a live example here, which is demonstrated by Kalyan shortly, but just keep this in mind when you're drafting the resume. The next one is going to be your education, skills, and experience. You can order this as per uh, which one you think is more suitable to catch the attention of the recruiter. We'll just go with skills first, where you'll be listing the top, tech, which is hard skills, as well as the soft skills, which are strictly relevant to the job role. You don't have to mention everything. For example, if you're applying for a software engineer internship or a full-time role, you don't have to mention dancing as a skill or singing as a skill. You have to go with the technical skills and the soft skills like confidence, teamwork, all of that, which is strictly relevant to the role that you're applying. Next one comes your relevant work experience, your internship experience, be it small or bigger one, be it a virtual internship or a full-time or internship role. You can mention it in your resume if you think it is relevant to the domain you're applying to. All of these can add value to the profile when it's viewed by the recruiter. Next will be your education details. So considering most of you are in your bachelor's in engineering, you can mention your grade 12 marks followed by, uh, first your degree and followed by your grade 12 marks. You don't have to mention your grade 10 marks in the resume. Grade 12 marks is optional as well. So if you think it can add more value to your profile, you can keep it. Next comes the projects. So projects can be, something like a tutorial that you followed online from a YouTube. That is completely acceptable as well. What is really looked when you provide a project is that whether you have experience using that technology, how you do you know which is the entry point, which is the exit point, where exactly you're putting content for which section. Even if you're using AI's help, that is completely okay, but you have to make sure that you're completely aware of what the functionality of the application is, the tech stack that is being used, and you're able to make changes if anything is required. Finally, you can list the certifications and any achievements that you have done. That can include any awards, any scholarships, your publications, or any patent that you have got, any courses apart from the academic curriculum that you have taken, and so on. You can also mention your experience attending these workshops, technical sessions as well, because that really shows the recruiter that you're interested to learn beyond your classroom, and also you're doing it consistently. Let us move ahead. I'm handing over the session to Kalyan so that he can walk you through his resume and how he has built it, along with some best practices. Over to you, Kalyan.
Hello guys. So I guess you might be seeing a raw fact of data about a resume and a key section of resume from Deepti, I guess. So before moving to my part, I just want to know that from which year you are all from. Okay. So I'll just tell year by year, you just raise up your hands so that I can understand that how much people are from this much year. So any first years here? That is like they're gonna step up to the next year, that is second year now. You can just raise up your hands. Cool. Enthusiastic people here. That's good. Any second year people here? Okay, that's good. Third years? Third years. Okay. Fourth years. Fourth years in the sense the MTech integrated people who are gonna sit for placements. So they might be attending and some BTech people if possible. Okay, that's good. So our session is going to be how you can build a LaTeX based resume, right? So anybody know here what is a LaTeX about? I just want to keep the session somewhat interactive, getting answers from you as well, so that people will be understanding your point as well. So can anybody tell me what is a LaTeX? If you're new to that, make a thumbs up. If you are new to LaTeX, you can make a thumbs up. If else, you can. Okay. Uh, Fine. Anybody want to answer? Okay, that's good. So LaTeX is nothing but it's like a coding kind of thing where you can draft a conference paper, draft a research journal, draft a resume as well there. Okay. So the resume should be a full page. Okay. So if you are drafting a resume, it should be one page. If you are sounding so technically well, you can go to the next page as well. I have my resume. I made some mistakes as well in that resume so that I can explain you that I voluntarily made some mistakes there so that I can explain you that how the resume should be and how the resume should not be. Okay, so that's what my point of having this session today. So the resume best practices. So side by side, I'll be sharing the screen as well with my resume and PPT. So it'll be like a roller coaster. Okay, so yeah. So resume best practices. First one is keep your resume concise. Keep your resume concise in the sense you can use AI for generating the LaTeX code, but you should not use the AI to give a summary about yourself. As Deepti told you, the first section will be a summary of yourself. Some might be putting that, some might not be putting that. If you are putting, don't use AI to give a summary to yourself. If you use that, it will be rejected in ATS. Okay, so keep your resume concise, and ideally one page is good for a fresher. If it is one page, it is so good. If you want to take it as two page, take it as fully two page, not like 1.5 page, one by quarter or something. So it's like that. So resume building should be at least at most 2 pages, not more than that. Ideally one page, and use strong action oriented verbs like developed, achieved, hosted. So if you're hosting an event, so in my resume, I mentioned Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, and I explained that I have hosted this much events, I have hosted this much challenges. So like that, in the point of view I mentioned. So if you want to make it as a developer profile, I have developed it. So make it more technically sound. The resume should be technically sound if you're going for a software developer role or a analyst role. Okay. And quantify. Quantify in the sense, if you want to explain about your project, it will be like a two-pointer, right? So at that time you can include these words as well about your project. And maintain and avoid and all I will tell you afterwards. Maintain, yes, consistency, font, all these normal things. It may be a normal thing, but the font and formatting should be so good. I will show my resume now. Cool. My screen is visible, right? I'm moving somewhere else. So no issues. I will show my resume. This is a LaTeX friendly resume only. So I built it in LaTeX. Sorry. Okay. So, oh my God. Sorry guys, 1 minute. Yeah. So this is my resume. You can see, right? Yeah. So I just put my name first, Kalyan Sundram V, my full name. And I just gave a link of my email, GitHub, LinkedIn, and mobile number. So I didn't give my summary. I don't want to tell about myself. So I didn't give any summary about myself, but I just make it clear that email, GitHub, LinkedIn, and my number is mandatory. These four things are very mandatory in the header part along with your name. It may be like this, or it may be in a straight line. It is all yours. Okay. So that is first point. And next one is some might be putting your skills there and some might be putting your education there. So as I have told you that either your resume should be like a 1 page. This is the 1 page, or it should be a 2 page. It should not be like a one and a half page, 3x4 page. So these things all you should avoid. Okay. So that's the key point I have to tell here. And why Overleaf? Yes, why Overleaf in the sense, Overleaf is another very good platform to edit your LaTeX file, because you all know about that while building a resume. How many of you experienced this thing? I just want to know. You have built over the whole resume in one online platform. At last, while exporting it, it will ask you to pay. How many of you experienced that? I experienced 3-4 times and I got frustrated because of that. Okay. So much people. Okay. So those things all won't be happening in LaTeX. It's just the code file. You can just export it. Simple. Okay. So that's one of the very main advantage of LaTeX, and you can edit it anytime. You can change it anytime. So these are the overview about Overleaf. Basic, you just create a Overleaf account and choose a template. It's all yours. And I will show you how it looks first of all. And this is my resume. And this LaTeX template having more than around 400 lines, right? 401 lines. So if needed, I will give my resume link to you. And we gonna make some resume like this. Okay. This code I have generated in Copilot. Code and all you can generate in Copilot, but the content only you should not keep inside from the AI. Okay, so that's all. So next good thing from a resume I'm gonna tell. So you see about education here, right? You can either mention education or you can either mention skills. When it is an ATS friendly resume, you can when you can mention skills first if you're going for off campus, because they just put your resume in ATS and they will check that you're having their particular skill or not. So you can separate the skill as technical skill and non-technical skill. You can make it like that, or else soft skill. Okay, so first put the languages you know. One main thing is, if you know Java very well, put it. Some people might be telling that I have used Java in one project, only one project, so I have put that as well. If you put like that, interviewer might ask so deep into Java. So you have put Java in your resume. I just want to ask so much questions to you, multi-threading concepts and all these things. At that time, if you are not answerable, it's an issue. So if you are putting a skill, make sure that you are very much, well versed in that particular skill. I know Python. I know PHP as well. Nowadays people won't use PHP, but I put at some point it may help, right? So I just put PHP as well, C++, JavaScript, SQL, Java. So I just put all these things, and there are two types. One thing is for getting your resume accept, some people will put their language, and sometimes it will be a revert back, right? And tools is not necessary. If you need, you can put tools as well. What are the tools you know? Either XAMPP as a database, SQL, SQLite, Git. So like that, you can just put tools as well. And main thing is this soft skill. So instead of putting dancing, drawing, coloring, something like that, so trekking, you can put that as well. If you put these kind of skills, it will be a very good add-on. Why? Because leadership, leadership is one of the important thing for a project manager role. Okay, first think that if you're putting a skill into your resume, first understand that what is that skill for which role I can use that, right? If I put Python, PHP, Java, it is for developer role. If I put Python, it's for data analyst role. But when you are going for a non-technical role or a project manager role, you have to put the soft skill. You have to very clear about soft skill. It should be leadership skill. It should be event management skill. It should be public speaking. It should be time management. It's not that you are not well versed. If you put, it will be a useful thing for you. So I am a Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador. I am a Google Cloud Arcade Facilitator. I have been speaking with you for around 3 more minutes right now. So I just put public speaking. I have spoken in many events, so I just put public speaking. That's called communication skills. Instead of telling communication skill, if you tell public speaking, it's a very good add-on. Cool. And this leadership skill, event management skill, all these things also, it's a very good add-on if you're applying for a project management or HR kind of. And time management. I just put time management. I like that. I don't want to expose my time management. Okay, so this is how your skill section should be. So either you can put skill after your personal information, or you can put it in the second most after your education. And in the education part, I have to mention that I just put my HSC marks. That's my 12th mark alone. I just put my 10th mark. 10th mark is optional. If you want to put, you can put. No issues. And just be clear that mention the timeline at any point. Timeline is very important. Okay, so that they might be thinking that you might have an education gap or something if you don't mention the timeline very clearly. Right. Okay. And next comes the experience. I just want to be very clear about this experience part. How many of you here done internships for an industrial internship or anything? If you're a fresher, and leave it, no issues. Deepti, you are doing internship. That's fine. Okay. Okay. 6 people are done an internship. Okay, that's good. So I recommend you to do at least one internship to put in your resume. Cool. So next comes the internship, that is experience part. It's not work experience. It's only experience or internships. Okay, work experience is different. That's your full-time role. So I have just worked in 3 main companies. One is Capex, Jasmine Infotech, and Indian Oil Corporation. So you just if you have done multiple internships, keep it in a way that the first company, it should be like the greater the time you work. Like for example, I have worked in Capex for around 8 to 10 months. So I just put Capex first. And Jasmine Infotech, I have worked for 2 months. So I just put Jasmine Infotech next. And then Indian Oil for 1 month. So it should be in the order so that it will be so good, looking good. And in the experience part, while mentioning about your company, don't expose your role so much. Tell that you have done this thing. You have worked on, like for example, in Capex, I am a community intern. So I just worked on what is that? Partnerships, sponsorships, and global Web3 communication kind of thing. And I worked on international relations as well. So these are the key points you need to specify. Just tell that in this particular internship, I have established, I have developed, like that. So you can see the established word here, right? If it is development internship, put implemented, developed, like that keywords. Those are keywords in your resume. So you can include these things as well. Just the keywords and elaborate it as a full sentence. I mean, it's not recommend. I mean, needed that you have to mention the project name and all you have worked like that. Just explain about your tech stacks. Like for example, in Indian Oil, I have worked. For example, I have worked on some house booking, something quarters booking application. I just don't want to mention that. Instead, I should mention I have worked on React.js work, I mean, a tech stack to build this particular website. For the backend, I have used Node.js. So for integration and for the storage purposes, I've used Cloud. So under that, you can put it as tools and frameworks used. So you can just explain it here like this. Okay, so this is how you can make a experience section instead of and don't generate these things and all from AI. It will be getting rejected. Just type it. Okay, so this is how you can mention your experience section. Either it may be a 1 internship, it may be a 2 internship. Mostly you can make up to 2 internships. That's good. That's a good practice, not 3. So you can make up to 2 internships. So till here, everybody got clear like how to go with your order of resume. Can I get a thumbs up? Your experience, your tech skill, I mean, tech stacks and all. Cool. I will jump onto the PPT now. Yeah, the first one is choosing a template. Choosing a template is one of the very important point. It may be if you are working on a Word resume or a LaTeX resume, choose a template first. Okay, and a CV is different and resume is different. CV is like a 1-pager only. Resume may go up to 2-page, but CV it is a only 2-column format. I just give you just telling you about what you are, something like that. So then choose the layout that best highlights your strengths. And another one I have to tell you that you can change your resume according to what role you are applying for. Okay. This resume I have used for my software development job only and research intern, R&D intern. You all know about R&D intern, right? I've used this resume for that only, but I use this for my analyst interviews as well. But you can change your resume according to the role you're applying for. Like for example, if you're applying for a semiconductor company, be from that you have C++ in your skill because they mostly concentrate on C and C++ language. If you're working for a data analyst company, make sure that your Python is there in your skill. If you're working for a product-based company, Java is there like that. So according to the company, you have to just make it clear that your skill section is so good and your patents and your publications projects that and all will be working side by side. Okay, cool. That's how choosing a template should be. This thing I will show you the Overleaf template. And yeah, building the skill section only. I have told you categorize. First thing you have to categorize, as I have shown in my resume, soft skill, languages, that's your technical skills and all. You have to just put it and order it. Some people might be putting all the skill in one line, like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, comma, so much commas will be there, and the skills will be for the 2 to 3 lines. And it won't be so clear. If you mention that what is that skill about, it will be looking good. So avoid generic words like proficient. So proficient and all, you can use it in your experience section, not in your skill section. Okay. And use LaTeX formatting. That's what the event is about. And it should be well structured. What is well structured is, see in my resume, everything is ordered correctly. But you can see the honors and awards, right? It is like one step ahead, right of the resume. These things and all should not be like that. The honors and resume also should be in the same lane. Okay, so that's how your resume should be categorized into just one by line. So it should be in a straight line, right? So that's how your skill section and all the resume should be like that. Good. Adding projects and links. As a VITN, I know that you all have been working under many projects. Anybody here haven't done any single project till now? It may be first year also, it's fine. No, nobody, right? Okay, got it. Because if you've done a single project also, if you even not much contributed about that, but you are still in that project, if you're putting that in your resume, be clear about the project. At least learn about the tech stack and learn how the working model is there in that. So then put it in your project section. I will show my project section. I use that for my interviews. Yeah. I have splitted my project section into 3 types. Okay. One is patents and next one is projects and papers. Projects and papers, you may take it as project and paper on a separate thing also. It's fine. No issues. Okay. And next one is book chapters. I have splitted my project. This is very important part of your resume, that your projects, your experience is first important. And next one is your projects are very much important, that how your technical knowledge sounds like, right? So I have splitted mine into 3 types. One is patent, projects, and book chapters. So how many, before explaining about that, how many of you publish patents here? Patents? You can raise up your hands. Raise hand if you have published any one patent. Okay, cool. You can publish from now. Okay. So I have just published around 11 patents. So I have just mentioned the patent section here, nothing but the patent, what is that? The name of the patent, and just a short intro about what is that patent about, and the link of that application number. With the application number, I have given the link. So if I click it, it will be just moving to the patent, Indian patents, and they can just put the application number and they can search about. Okay, so that's how it should be. Your resume should be clickable. So if you click on the GitHub, it should navigate to the GitHub. And that thing I forgot to mention. If you are clicking LinkedIn, it should be navigated to the LinkedIn, I guess. Yeah. So it should be it should be easily navigatable. Okay. And yeah, so the project section I split into 3 types. That's what I told you. So the first one is patents. Two, like you all know about the population for placements. So to make you stand a little bit from the crowd, you can just use this technique to publish patents, research journals, and book chapters. Why I'm telling this is you are doing projects. So the first step to do a project is to patent it. You're patenting your idea, right? And then you have to implement it as a project. And once you are done implementing your project, and you can convert that to a research journal. That's the next part, journals. So this is how you need to build a structure, project about. For example, I have to tell you one thing. I don't know. Okay. I forgot to add this project. I've just done a what is that? IoT based smart cap. First, what I have did is I have patented that idea. Okay, and the idea got accepted and it got patented, and then I simultaneously I deployed it as a project, and then I converted into a conference paper. So I can use it everywhere. If you want a project, I can give it that project. If you want a patent, I can give that patent. If you want to give it as a publication, yes, the proof of work is there and the scope is. So you can split your works accordingly like that, right? This is how your patent and all patent section is. It's not that about your quantity, it's about your quality of your patent. If you're doing one patent also, that idea should be so good. It's not about I have done 11 patents. It's not like that. If you're doing only one also, the idea should be so good. So that you can give that intro about your interviewer. So while I got interviewed, I just got the question about my patents. Right? So that's one key thing. And next one is projects and papers. As I have told you, your projects and papers, how you have to structure your project and paper. We are doing projects and we are stopping it at that stage itself, I guess. If you are deploying a software, you are just putting it to your link, go GitHub, and you're putting that to a LinkedIn. That's all. The project got disappeared, right? So convert that to a paper, and you can use that here as well. So why? Because why I'm telling like that is, if you are presenting that to an international conference or journal, you can tell that as well to the interviewer that I am good at public speaking. Why I'm telling is, I have presented my conference paper at IEEE Washington. So I just tell like that to my interviewer. So I just published my paper and presented my paper in the panel of judges in IEEE Washington, like that. So you can just exaggerate about yourself with your projects, right? So this is how you can put your project and a short two-liner about your paper or a project, right? So I get this one, that only I'm telling. IEEE Big Data International Conference is Washington, DC. So I just give a two-liner about my project. At last, your book chapters, yes. This is the last priority. If you're so good at writing, if you're a very good content writer, you can go with the book chapter writing as well, right? So this is how your project should be. Okay, I understand. I'm not interested in putting papers on all, bro. What can I do? That's a very good question. If anybody asks that, that's a very good question. If you're not interested in publications, no issues. Do a project that is so good, that is marvelous, right? So that you can put that in your resume. It may be a basic project, and you can start from a basic project and go to the higher end projects as well. And some people have domain issues as well. Cloud is there, blockchain is there. It's not about only full stack development. As a fresher, I also experienced that. I thought that full stack development is everything. It's not like that. Out of that, there are many things as well, like blockchain, cloud. You can deploy everything there in cloud and all. Azure is there. So if you want to learn cloud, there are many more cloud like AWS, Google Cloud, Azure is there. And you can deploy your websites. You can just showcase your websites here and there like that. Cool. So adding your projects and links, that's the next main part. List your academic freelance projects. If you're doing freelance also, you can mention it, okay? And mention your role and technologies used as, that's what I have told you. Technologies used and your role. Just don't mention about the project. It's not recommendable. And include your GitHub links. Yes, here in my resume, that's one mistake. Thank you. I didn't include anything. I didn't include my paper link also. Instead, you can put your resume links embedded here or any link like this. Link like this, you can embed it. Okay. So your project link or resume link, you can do it. And yeah, that's all. That's all about your projects and links. So I guess you might be getting a clear understanding about how your project should be and how you can start from now. Can I get a thumbs up? Or you get satisfied with my talk about projects? Only one? Okay. Got it. Fine. I'll go to the next section. Yes, resume tips for students and freshers. Focus on your coursework. And I have to tell you that CGPA is important. Out of that, earn something and implement it. It's not that only learning. It's not only the learning process you have to do. Implement it so that you won't get an experience gap. Because each and every day, if you implement at least one line of code, it is so good. Okay, that's one tip I have to tell you. And showcase your extracurricular activities. Extracurricular activities are nothing but it may be a sport. Yes, that also you can show. If you're a lead at a club, yes, that also you can show. And if you lead your cultural activities, your technical fest in your college, yes, that also you can show. And if you are a Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador as a speaker, yes, absolutely you can show that as an extracurricular or a volunteership, anything you can call. That's what I need to tell you about that. And next one is certification. Yes. Certification is nothing but adding your Coursera certificate is good, but add at least one professional certificate. It may be Azure, it may be A900 or AZ900 or anything. It may be a cloud professional certification like AWS is there, Google Cloud is there, Azure is there, and it may be a cybersecurity related professional certification, or it may be a TensorFlow related certified developer like that. AWS Scholar, anything it may be. At least do one thing. Do one professional certification. You can use. You can. I also mentioned in the certifications section like Infosys Spring Boot. I have done one course, and IBM. It's not IBM. It's edX. You know what EDX platform and Coursera, right? So I have done it and I earned it. That's good. But still, this one, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Generative AI certificate, I earned from Oracle University directly. So that's called professional certification. Professional certificates are nothing but the certificates you're earning directly from one organization like Microsoft, like Google, like Oracle. So that's very important. At least do one thing, do one certification. And you can see one thing. My resume is mostly on cloud, right? You can see the internship I have done in one database project, and in platforms I know Azure, GCP. I have mentioned like that, and in book chapters also I have done one thing related to cloud, and in certificate also I have done related to cloud, and Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, Google Cloud. So my resume is related to that role. It may be an analyst, it may be a cloud architect. So if you see a summary about your resume, it should convey something for which role you are applying to, right? It's not that you're putting blockchain as well, you're putting cloud as well. It's not like that. At least majority of your resume should convey something. Okay, so certificates should be like this. Either it may be Coursera, but one professional certificate is advisable. And maintain a professional tone. Yes, no unnecessary establishment, no story writing in your resume. Professional tone is very important. So that's what 4 resume tips I have to tell you. Cool. So I guess and last part is my honors and rewards, and it should not be like this. I just voluntarily made this issue to show you that what is that? It should not be like this. Okay. So honors and awards only I have mentioned about my Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador. Here, what I have did is I just told at that time when my placement session was starting only, I got promoted to Gold Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador. So I just put how I got selected and how much students I have trained in and how much events I have conducted. The events I have conducted, right? That's one of the very it will be showing that how proficient you are and how communicate how your communication skills are like that, right? So that's what I have mentioned. Only 3 lines. And next one is Google Cloud Arcade Facilitator. Yes, at that time, what I have did, I have trained. I mean, I have mentored over 500 students. That's one key point I have to mention it because it will be telling you about how team worker you are. If I have put into a project, how you will lead the project. So those things are all very important. And I have included that as well. I am a design lead at Technovit and Vibrance for a funny key element. It's not funny, but it will at a very big college how you are doing that event. So it's all about your honors and awards and your it's fully a non-technical side of things. Okay, so only I mentioned it at the last. If you think that it sounds so good, you can mention it after your experience. And one thing, if anybody here Google Cloud Arcade Facilitators and Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors, you should not mention this Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador in your experience. You mention it under volunteership or honors or rewards. Okay, so that's all about my resume. I will show you the Overleaf part now, and I'll wrap up my session so that Deepti will be explaining about your portfolio thing. Cool. So this is my resume. LaTeX format. Don't scare that I have to learn LaTeX. No, you don't want to learn LaTeX. Just get a template and edit it, or use Copilot to get the LaTeX free resume. Okay, I will show you one thing, Copilot. I've made some prompts for you so that you can make a LaTeX friendly resume. Here it is. So what I did is I asked Copilot to what happened? Oh my god! Sorry, it got stuck. So what I asked is I asked Copilot to generate a resume with random details like this. So yeah. So this is what I asked. This is what Copilot gave me with the random details. And one thing is don't want to include your profile image or something in a resume. That's not advisable. So yeah. So how to generate the resume from Copilot? That's what we are gonna have it now. 1 minute. It will take some time to load. I don't know why. Q&A. Anybody's having any Q&A? Okay. I will answer these two questions after this Copilot session. Okay. My Copilot is not opening. Some issues. Yes, got it. Okay. So I have just pre-made a prompt with Copilot. I just asked that give me a resume template in LaTeX format. So I just gave some Overleaf LaTeX format. Alta CV. I guess you have seen that in the PPT section. Okay. Next only I just put I need a LaTeX code. Simple. Just like a dumb guy, I asked something to Copilot. Then only I told, can you help me customize this template? Then only it asks that education, experience, project, skill, language, and interest. If you want to add something, you can add it here. And then, yes, and it will give you randomly generated code. This is the code it gave. Okay. So what I am going to do is just copy this code, copy the code, and I'm going, it's not that you need to learn Overleaf or something. Okay. Code and all, you can just get in Copilot. Just for that, make your details clear. So just going to paste it. Recompile it. Yes, this is the output. Okay, so now you can edit it. Okay, edit it in the sense I'm just going to edit this name, Kalyan Sundram V, and curriculum vitae, you can just put it as software developer. Software developer. I will just share this code. You can also write in Q&A section. Shall I share? I don't know what is that page in length. Okay, it's sharing everything. This is the LaTeX code, guys. And after that, I will show, I mean, in the group, I will share my resume LaTeX code. It's very big. You can have it as well. Okay, so I have shared this. You can edit it and use it. You can edit it or use it, and you can use Copilot to refine it and use it. Okay, so after this session, if you build a resume with this code, you can share that resume in the group. Okay, so that I might feel happy that somebody built a resume. Okay. So yeah, next one is software developer. If you are making any changes, you can compile it and it will be, yes, it will be shown here, right? So, and next one is your mobile number. You can change it. You can just change this mobile number as well. So like this, I have given you a template. You can edit it and make it as a resume. It is a one-pager fresher resume. Don't mistake me. It's a one-pager fresher resume. You can edit it and you can use it. So it's not that if you, and one thing I have to advise is this slash comments, right? Slash begin. So those things and all you don't want to take. Don't remove any comment. Just change the black format. So just change the black text format only. Okay. So you can put this and put this Copilot and it will remove you the profile.jpg as well. So it's all about Copilot only. And yeah, this line, right? You can remove this as well. So if you remove it and compile it, this profile.jpg will be, yeah, it's done. So simply, and you can edit your education, you can edit your experience, you can edit your projects, you can edit your skills, language, interest. It is a one-pager resume. Okay, so if you want my resume, just ask me. I will put my resume in that. So this is how you can prepare a fresher, simple, resume. Okay. I just gave the code in the Q&A section. You can check it out. So that's how your resume should be, and that's my end of my session. It's very simple. Overleaf is not much complicated. Instead of going to that random website and at last, if you see a very good resume and you're seeing that paid, actually I get frustrated because of those things. Instead, you can use Overleaf with the sample template. If you want to enhance it, take it and go to the Copilot and it will enhance it. Simple. So I guess you all got some knowledge about how to build a resume and what is the structure of the resume should be and what's the length of the resume and all, I guess, from this session. So I will answer this question and I will jump to Deepti's session. I want to apply for data related roles. Can I mention all the projects I have done? Yes, if you are more specific to the role you are applying, and if you have done very good amount of project in the particular role, you can include all the projects. And if you are including all the projects, be in a very good stage that you know all the concepts related to the project. Like for example, if you have used NumPy in the particular project, you should know how, the backend of NumPy as well, the whole structure of NumPy, for example. So then that's if you are going for a very high level interviews, they will expect that. How should I structure my resume for MNC campus placement? I am targeting roles in cloud, cybersecurity, and development. Yes. So first of all, you should, if you are designing a resume, be firm that for one role. If you want to apply for multiple roles, create multiple resume. Simple. And most of the projects are from. Sorry, I just forgot to read it. Cybersecurity focused certification in cloud technologies. See, so if you want to apply for a cloud related role, you can apply for, you can just put your cloud certification there and you can just put your experience there and all these things. And if you are having a very good backup for your cybersecurity role, you can just put it, or else you can earn it by doing any good certification as well. So, and if you're applying for cybersecurity role and putting all the cloud related things there, that might be a chance of your resume getting rejected, right? So the versatility of your across domains is good, but be firm that for which role you're applying and which resume you're putting. I guess I answered that question as well. And keep an eye on the Q&A. I just posted the Overleaf comment. What you need to do is go to Overleaf and just log in it with your Google account, simple, and add project, blank project, and some blank project will be created for you. And just paste the code what I have given you and just click on recompile. Okay, paste the code, recompile. If you are editing the code, edit the code and recompile. Okay. Editing is not much. As you're seeing, the text is there in the left and right. Just edit it. Simple. Nothing much. No errors will be coming for you. I guess you might build a very good resume. Okay. So thank you. Deepti will be taking forward with the session.
Thank you so
Deepti.
much,
Yeah.
Kalyan. That is really, really insightful. You addressed each and every detail. I find that my internet connectivity is a little low. Just confirm if you can hear me clearly.
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So, guys, we have seen how you can build your resume on Overleaf, but I think I can just make your life a little more simple. So, before I share my screen, I want to understand how many of you have a LinkedIn profile that you have updated with your basic details like education, what you're doing, and all of that. If you have a LinkedIn profile, give me a thumbs up. If you are creating one tonight, give me a heart. Okay, that's really, really amazing. Most of you have a LinkedIn profile. So I'm going to quickly share my screen and we are going to use Copilot to give a resume that is customized to us in less than 10 seconds. So I'm sharing my screen. I hope you can see it now. Great. So go to your LinkedIn profile. So when you go to your profile, you can see all of these, your about section, your featured, your experience, your education, some of the certifications that you have taken, your projects, your volunteering experience, and also a few recommendations that you can put, and a patent or more, your honors, awards, and make sure that most of the important sections are completely updated regularly, at least once or twice a week, or if you have an update, just put it immediately. So what you can do right now is You can share your resume. You can download your LinkedIn profile, and it will be saved as a PDF. So I've already done that. So what I'll be doing now is I'll be going to Copilot, and I'm going to say, hey Copilot, I have a PDF of my resume. Help me create a LaTeX format of it. We can, to be more specific, we can mention LinkedIn profile. So what I'll do is I'll be attaching the link that I have. So this is my profile. So what I'll be doing is once it is loaded, I'm just going to hit the send button. So once it is done, it is generating the complete LaTeX that I need for my profile. So you can see that it's covered most of the aspects. So starting from the syntax, where to reach me, my profile, my experience, and all of that. So what you can do is, as Kalyan mentioned, you can just copy this entire thing and put it on Overleaf and create your resume instantly. Does that sound good? Yes. So moving ahead, the section that I'll be handling today is how you can build your own portfolio website. So I've sent a blog previously about the instruction to set up your system. So if you have not already read it, here's a QR code that you can scan quickly and open it. So give me a thumbs up once you have the blog launched so I can walk you through it. So I'm going to just leave it here. Can we have confirmation from a few more people? Okay, I'm going to wait until everyone has the web page open. I'm going ahead. So when you scan the QR code, it will launch to this page. So here we've mentioned all the steps to download the basic requirements. The first one is going to be your Visual Studio or Visual Studio Code. So if you're using your college email ID, which is the university email ID provided by VIT to us, you can uh, get a lot of uh, complimentary access to premium resources. Like, for example, we have the GitHub Copilot Pro subscription, which is included free under the GitHub Student Developer Pack. In the next section, we'll be seeing how we can actually redeem this GitHub Student Developer Pack. So GitHub serves as the portfolio for all of the projects that we do. So if you create a project, you can just put it on your GitHub. So if you have not already created a profile, just head over to github.com, sign up using your college email ID. You will be asked to verify the profile either using your email OTP or your student ID card. So once that is done, that is, once your student status is verified, you will get access to the GitHub Student Developer Pack. So under that, you will be getting a lot of resources which can really help you build a good developer's profile, like the Copilot Pro subscription, Canva Pro if you're into design, Overleaf Pro. We just saw how Overleaf works in helping you create a ATS friendly resume. You also get a lot of domain names for free, and you also have access to many other resources like Replit, MongoDB's exam certification vouchers, and all of that. The next one is LinkedIn profile. So I'm just going to quickly skip this section because most of you already have it. And the next one is how to create your Overleaf account and build the ATS friendly resume. So this is going to summarize whatever Kalyan has handled. the final section is going to be the portfolio website, which we'll be creating right now. So you can take some time to go through the blog hand in hand. So if this plan sounds good, quickly give me a thumbs up so we can proceed to creating our web page. All that you need for this is going to be your Visual Studio Code and GitHub mainly. So I'm going to pause for 10 seconds and let you all launch these two applications and keep it ready. And bonus is if you already have a GitHub desktop application, which will be really useful in this case. I think there's some internet issue from my end, so I'm not able to see if you have given a thumbs up. So I'm going to wait for 2 more seconds and proceed. So moving ahead, I already created a template on my GitHub profile. So you can just go to this link. I'll just drop it in the Q&A section from where you can take it. Link for portfolio template. So since we have limited time in this session, I have created a basic boilerplate like template. So what you can do is, I hope the link is visible to you. So if not, you can go to github.com/Deepti Balasubramanian/Deepti Balasubramanian.github.io. So at the end of this session, you will also be having your own GitHub page where your portfolio is deployed. So once you go there, what you can do is you can click on this menu and select fork. So once you go to this repository, what you're going to do is click on fork. So what this will do is that it will create or duplicate a copy of this repository that I have and put a copy in your own repository so you can edit and use it. Once you've forked it, you can see it updated as your username slash the repository name. So once that is done, if you want to edit it here itself, it is fine. But I would suggest that you go to code, click on the command to clone the repository. And if you're familiar with Git, you can do that. Or you can go to GitHub desktop and clone this repository so you can push all your changes there. For simplicity, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the code that I have and how the website actually looks like. So I'm refreshing it quick. So what we will be doing is the code that you have cloned right now is the link to this web page where you can see a professional headshot followed by my full name and 3 words that describe what I'm into. So an engineer, an explorer, and empowering everyone with AI. So quickly next to that, we have the link to my LinkedIn profile and GitHub where the recruiter can find me. And you can see small text about who I am, what I like doing, what I have experience in, and some impact that I have created. You won't see most of the links and things updated here because I wanted to keep it simple for you all to edit because that's something that we'll be doing in this session. And next will be the skills and technologies that I know. So I've categorized it into technical skills, AI and research that I have done, and some of the certifications that are relevant to the profile that I want to show outside. Then we have the latest projects. You can see that I have not provided any photos here, but I'll be telling you how you can provide your own. So the first one is the Microsoft Social Impact projects that I did with people from 3 countries. We also have the hyperlink which can direct to the repository that has the project. The next one is the mental health chatbot that was again an AI impact project. Then one example that I wanted to keep is this is a very simple project, but Even when you mention it, it will show that you're really interested in learning about AI and the domain of your interest, and you're familiar with the tools on how to do it. Even if it's a small scale, it is fine. It's important that you express your interest and your skills. The next one is going to be professional experience. It mentions my top 3 roles, which is my internship in Honeywell, being a business analyst in a Singapore-based startup company, and also being one of the directors of Sita Health Services, which is again a startup. So what we'll be doing is we'll be clicking on expand, and it will show what you have done in a gist. So you can make it collapsible so that if the recruiter wants to know more about the project that you have done, you can provide a glimpse of what you're doing. And this section is going to be your homework. I've provided the link, but I've disabled it to be displayed on the web page. So what you're going to do is you're going to put projects directly from your GitHub. So the logic is that you can see some repositories are featured under your profile. So once you update that, it is going to get displayed over here. And to the end also, we have links to the website, the LinkedIn, and GitHub. So these 3 things are really important. So when it comes to your portfolio website, make sure that the people who are visiting it can approach you easily. So the things that I'm really commonly available is LinkedIn. So just within a single click, the people can approach me for anything. So sounds good. Got an overview of how it's going to go ahead.
Deepti, can I do a small quick check?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to check if everyone is able to like publish their own resume. So if you
Hmm.
have your own resume, it's amazing. If not, don't worry, follow along at your own pace. If you've got any doubts or stuck anywhere while she's explaining, just drop your question in the Q&A section. Someone from the team, either Deepti or Kalyan, will get to you. So if you have any doubts, do ask and let them know.
Yeah, sure. Guys, if you don't have your system configured right now, it is perfectly fine. We'll be sharing the recording post the session as well, along with the blog instructions. So just pay attention and follow along. So I'm moving ahead. So I have downloaded the code from the repository, and this is going to be the structure. So we have some workflows described here. We can put our assets, like if you have any logos of the companies that you are working for, or any project screenshots or images, you can put under these respective folders. I'm assuming there is a basic understanding of how the web pages are built. For simplicity, I've used only HTML, CSS, and JavaScript here. So under CSS, what we'll be doing is we'll be describing uh, the layout, the alignment, the colors of the appearance of the web page. So for every section, we have how the about section looks like, how the header looks like. There's something for the profile image. When I hover over the profile image, what happens? Links to my social and all of that. Then we can look at, for example, the project section where I'll be mentioning how it's going to happen, the headers. So you can just read through if you're planning to customize the color or the alignment or anything. You can just play around and experiment. The next one is going to be the JavaScript, which will decide the functionality of the web page. So you can find the files over here, how the configuration is happening, the footer, the project manager, the main section, which you can just give a reading and update it. So what we'll be doing is that to make this template customizable for yours, we will be just editing this single JSON file. JSON refers to JavaScript object notation. So what you can do is you can control all, select everything, copy it, then you can go back to Copilot. So at this point, let us assume that all of us have a resume ready. So what you can do is you can go to Copilot, paste it, and to the start or end, you can mention, I want you to customize this JSON based on my profile, attaching my profile as PDF or something like that. You can even use a better prompting technique. So what I'll be doing is, I already have my resume here. So I'm just gonna open it and I'll hit on post. So we don't have to do most of the tasks. So once we are ready with our resume, it will automatically update it and render it as a JSON. So what you can do is you can copy this and paste it in the repository. And once you hit on save, so assuming you're doing it right here, so where my config.json is going to be, I'll just launch this file, click on edit, and I'll be pasting the updated things over here. So I'm not making changes here, but once you make a change, you can commit it and it will be available on your repository. So I'm going back here. You can check somewhere next to this line here that a commit is made. The commit description that you have given will come here and there will be a tick mark next to it saying success. So if any of you are following along and updating the JSON, just give me a thumbs up so I know that you're following along. I'm going to just pause for 5 seconds. So if you're not following, don't worry. As I said before, we'll be sharing the event recording on all the resources over here. So you can do it at your own pace. So once that is done, we have our project completed, guys. The next one is going to be how we are going to deploy it. So this is the repository that we are in. Just ensure that here you find your username and you fork the repository. I see that 7 of you have forked the repository. I insist that you all fork and star the repository so you can visit it later. So once that is done, you can go to settings here in the repository, and to the left you can see all these menus. You have to go to pages. Once you go to pages, you can already see that I've deployed my site, but how it will look in your end is that here you can select deploy from a branch. So the branch is going to be main for you, and wherever you're saved your repository, you can give that path, click on save, and there will be a button to click on deploy. So what you can do is you can also customize your domain. So when you're deploying directly on GitHub Pages, what it will do is that it will give the name of your repository followed by github.io. And it is really important to keep in mind that my profile name is Deepti Subramanyan. I have also named the repository like this, Deepti Subramanyan, which is the repetition of my profile name .github.io. So this is needed if you want to use the complementary site that is available via the domain. So for example, if Kalyan is forking my repository, how you can assume that Kalyan's GitHub name is Kalyan123. So it will be like Kalyan123 slash Kalyan123.github.io. So this is the format in which you have to name the site. And you can, if you're using a customized domain, like if you're taking a domain from AppWrite or Namecheap or even Vercel, you can get the domain name and put it here if you want to customize it. So once that is done, you can click on visit site and that will redirect you to the domain. Any of you able to successfully deploy your web page? This is a static web app and it can be handled via GitHub Pages itself. So if any of you have done that, I would love to see you all respond. That's great, Joe. So that's it. So once you have your LinkedIn profile, you can generate your resume. Once your resume is done, you can instantly make your portfolio and deploy it on the web page.